Hey Queens, how are y'all? I know I've been gone for a minute, but I promise y'all I will never go that long without making a video again. I'm sorry, charge it to my head and not my heart, but I have missed y'all. A lot of people have been hit me up in my inbox about questions. Please continue to do so, okay? Even if y'all haven't seen me for a good while, if you have any questions, please, I would love to answer any questions that you may have. This video is going to be about how to properly clean your firearm. I recommend is that whenever you fire your firearm, whenever you put rounds through it, it doesn't matter how many rounds that you put in it. Make sure you always clean your firearm. If you don't clean your firearm, then on top of the gun residue and like the gunpowder and all that, it's going to collect dust particles from the air, and that can cause your gun to malfunction. So always make sure that your gun is clean. I already broken down my firearm. I already sprayed it. I already cleaned out the key parts. I didn't want the video to be too long, so I'm just going to show you the key parts as to what you need. If you have a firearm, which is pretty much every firearm that they make, if you have parts where it's hard to get in, like that part right there, or when you take off the slide and you just have the receiver, and like it's like those little small holes right there, all you gotta do is take a Q-tip, and this one's dirty because I just cleaned it. Just take a Q-tip and you just get in those areas right there, okay? Very, very, very important is that when you have a slide, okay, right here, I don't know if you all can see it. Let me see, but can you see it right there? Let me see. Okay, there we go. There we go. So this part right here, okay, that part right there, that's your firing pin, okay? That is your firing pin. It is very important not to get anything inside that firing pin hole. It can cause your gun to malfunction. So what you do is that you just put some cleaner on the Q-tip. It doesn't have to be like dripping wet, but put like some cleaner on the Q-tip to make sure that it's good and wet, but it's not to the point where it's dripping. And you just take the Q-tip and you just clean around where that firing pin is, okay? Make sure you don't get nothing inside that firing pin, okay? So my gun is already clean. Very important. Another thing is that when it comes to the barrel of the gun, if you look through the barrel of the gun, see if you can see it, you should be able to see some grooves. You may not be able to see it on mine, but in the barrel are some grooves, okay? So what I do is that I put some cleaner on, like some tissue or whatever, and I just go ahead and put it through the barrel, okay? So when I put it through the barrel, there's, a whole lot of stuff should come out, or depending on how dirty or clean your gun is, depends on like how much stuff comes out of the barrel, okay? So once I clean the barrel, what I do is that I get a clean piece of cloth, I put it back through here, and once I go back through the barrel again, that tissue should come back out clean, okay? So if it comes back out dirty, then you need to go in and you need to get it good again, okay? Normally, like when you look through the barrel, you can normally see like some like dust particles or like some gunpowder through the barrel inside those grooves. So it's very important that you clean the barrel, okay? Another thing is that oiling. How do I lubricate my gun? Okay? Well, I use Remington oil. I use anything Remington or anything hops, but it's just Walmart didn't have hops or Remington, so I just had to settle for what I got, but they did have the Remington oil. So what I do is that, because I'm about to reassemble my firearm, just bear with me. And while I'm trying to get this open, make sure you go to a part of your house where, you don't mind it being contaminated. Don't do it in your kitchen or anything, because particles are going to fall on the kitchen floor or kitchen table, and then you're going to be eating gun residue, then your stomach going to be hurting, and I don't got time for that. So everything is clean. Oh, another thing is that when you put the oil or like the cleaner on like the gun, have like a brush. It doesn't have to be a fancy, just like a little gun cleaner brush or like a toothbrush. And when you clean it out, make sure you just brush it out. And what that does is that it gets some of the particles and like those hard to clean areas. It gets those particles out, and at the same time, it's helped loosen up the dirt in your gun. Okay, so make sure you get the magazine very well. You can either get it with the brush or get it with the cloth to make sure that the magazine sits smoothly in your gun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to oil the rails of my receiver where the slide goes. So the rails are right here. Okay, that's where the slide is going to catch. Okay, and also in the back, that's where the slide is going to catch. Okay, so, and it doesn't take much. All it takes is a drop. If you don't want to do it out the bottle, then you can just get a Q-tip, which I just might do because I know myself. Get a Q-tip. This is why I use Q-tip. You just get a Q-tip and then you just oil. Let's see if you see it. You just oil the rail, okay? The oil the rail where the slide is going to go, okay? Then I'm going to do it for the back as well. Get that slide right there. Get it right there. Still kind of, it's all right. All right. And then once you, get it good, let me double check and make sure that it's good because I was in an awkward position. Get it good. Then you go ahead and you reassemble your firearm. If you know how to reassemble your firearm, great. All right. If you don't, let me know what kind of firearm you have because each firearm is kind of different. And then I will help you out. So you put typically you put the barrel back in, and then your recoil spring, and then put it in, and it should seat like that. Okay. So when you're getting ready to put the slide back on, okay, you're gonna line up the grooves. Let's see if you see it. Line up the grooves. You see how the holes are right there? You're gonna line them up. Sometimes it's tricky. And then you just come on back. You come on back here, okay? So when you go ahead and rack the slide, then it should do it very smoothly, okay? If it's still kind of rough a little bit, put some more oil on it, and then you just keep racking it until it's good. You don't want to put too much oil on it, but anything that's going to make it go back smooth, then you are good to go. And that's properly how you clean your firearm.